What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to teach you 5 powerful card forces to use for your card tricks, right? So you can stay ahead of your spectator and fool your friends. These forces will make your life much easier. And I love forces because they feel more natural and they're just more fair in which like you can make the spectator select a card and then they can like place it whatever they want and they shuffle, right? Because you are forcing the card on them, so you already know the card, right? All right, so without further ado, let's get into the 5 forces. All right, so for this force, obviously you can shuffle the deck first, right? Doesn't matter. We can also give the deck a couple of cuts just to be extremely fair. And I'm gonna riffle, just say stop whenever you like, okay? Here, all right. We'll take the card and we'll place it right here on the table. And look, I just forced the 4 of diamonds, completely fair. All right, so let's learn it. Okay, everyone, welcome to the tutorial of the first card force, right? So this card force, I believe, is called the riffle force. So you're gonna riffle the cards like this, and you're gonna ask the spectator to say stop, wherever they like, right? And let's say they say stop here, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna pick up the packet where they say stop and give them this card, right? But we're gonna add a little move into that to make it even much more powerful. What you're doing is, as they say stop here and you cover this, so in an exposed view, you're slipping the stop card under, right? So it's gonna look like this. Okay? That's how it looks. But if you come and you cover and you just slip fast and then you give them this card, it will look much more powerful. So let's force the king of hearts here. Let's put it into this. Say stop here, and then you come, your hand covers to pick up this deck. So they don't see this gap, right? They don't see anything. And then you kind of like slip fast and you say, okay, look, that's the king. Boom. Right? So that's it. Practice well. Doing it, practice the angle, and you shall master it, okay? That's it for the first force. Let's move to the next one. All right, so for this force, it's a very powerful force. Again, we can shuffle the deck, doesn't really matter, right? And everything's completely fair. You can also add some cuts, right? And I'm gonna spread through the cards, and you can just touch any card you like, any card you want or you feel is the card you need, just touch it, right? Right, this one, you sure you want this one? All right, we'll place it here on the table. And look, I just forced the 5 of clubs. You could have chosen any card you want, but look, the 5 of clubs. So let's learn this. Everyone, welcome to the second force. This is, to be honest, my favorite force. Is the most card force I use. I love it because it's so natural. It's such a free choice. It's such a convincer, right? Now, there's 2 ways to do this force. And by the way, to give you a remark in this video, before every force you're gonna see, like the previous ones you saw, I shuffle the deck and I give cuts. Obviously, these are false shuffles and false cuts, right? You cannot shuffle and mix up the position of the card that you want to force, right? So, but if you do the false shuffles and false cuts to make it even look more fair, more convincing, then force the card, it's even more powerful than just to pick up the deck and ask them to force a card, right? And you know, the full shuffle I used are like, for example, this one, I just place a card here, right? Just to go over them fast, like, and then I just shuffle these, right? From front view, nothing's shown, but I have access to this point, right? So, and then push up here to push this gap. You can see this empty gap here. And then I keep on shuffling these cards until I just drop the last card that I marked with my thumb, and then go back to the original position of the card that I have on top, or the second position or the third position. That's how I do false shuffles. And false cuts, there's plenty of false cuts we can do. You can see in my previous videos, I did also do tutorials on false shuffles and false cuts, all right? I'll leave a link in the description for some of the good false shuffles and false cuts. All right, now let's learn the card force. So for this one, I would just, before I start, I'll get the third position of card. I'll place the third position right, from the deck, from the top of the deck. So 1, 2, 3, the card that I want to force, in this case, is the 3 of spades. Or I can peek on the third position of the card, which is the 3 of spades. And here, I'll throw my false shuffles, false cuts, right? And next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell the spectator, like, just, I'm going to, like, go through over the deck, just select any card you want, like, choose any card, touch, right? Don't take, but just touch. This is the only thing that you're limited with. You can't just come and grab the card because you won't be able to force it. But there's another way in which you can force it even more naturally. I'll show it to you. Now the point is, as you push 1, 2, 3, this is the third card. I'll kind of like slip it with my fingers to this position, right? So you can see here to this position, and then I will just start spreading these as they go under the 3, because I have slipped it all the way to the almost to this position where my fingers are touching the edge and it's like lifted, right? But from here, nothing's shown, right? From under. I can tilt the deck a little bit downwards, or like maybe to this side, right? So, and I say touch one. Let's say they touch this one. It doesn't matter which one they touch. What you're gonna do is you're gonna come and act like you're gonna take this card, but what in reality what's happening is you're pushing this card in, and then you're using these fingers to push this 3 and give it and take it out with this hand, right? So it's like a natural move of doing it. You're here, let's say they touch one here, this one, and I leave like a little bit of space here so I can come and push it in. And when I come push it in, I come on this corner, hiding this corner, right? I push it and then I take the card that I want to force, right? So let's see it. Let's say force the 3. So you're gonna come here, and as I do the slip, then I start spreading, right? So you practice having this. You're spreading here, it doesn't matter where they stop. Let's say they touch this one, okay? You're gonna come and hide this, okay? Because if you don't hide it, it won't look good. So you're gonna come and you're gonna push this card in and hand over the 3 outwards. So it's gonna look like this, and it looks very, very powerful. And you just force the 3. Now, I mentioned there's a second way to do this, which is the same, almost the same thing. And you say, look, just say stop whenever you want. And let's say they say stop here. You're gonna tap here and say, okay, memorize your card, right? So I'm forcing, let's say the 10. So I start by, I believe this is called the call, where you like call the 10 and then you spread, and then just say stop whenever you want. They stop here, and what's gonna happen here, I square the cards and push the 10 like so from under, like I push it like this and say, okay, memorize this card. I won't see it, and then I'll drop it back and say, I'll give it to them, and I'll say shuffle. That's the beauty of force, right? You can give them the deck once you force a card, and then they can shuffle, they can place it wherever they like. You already know what the card is, right? All right, so that's it for this one. Learn it, practice it. It's an amazing, convincing force. It's one of my favorite forces to do. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, everyone, so for this force, it's exactly the same as the first force I teach you, but it's a different method. It's like a different variation. Thought I'd also give you this kind of method, like this variation. Maybe some of you would like to use this method more, and you feel more practical with it, all right? So I'm gonna riffle the deck. Just say stop whenever you like, okay? Here, all right, and I'll pick up the deck here. Look, I just forced the king of diamonds. Take a look, and boom, right? So that's the point. You're gonna ask them to stop here. You say, okay, memorize this card. You already know the card here that they see, and you place it back and you give them the deck they can shuffle, right? All right, so let's learn this force. So the idea is similar to the first one, but you're not slipping a card here. And the point is, the card you want to force, you're having a pinky break on. So let's say I'm going to force this card, the 9 of hearts. Or let's choose another card. Let's say I want to force the 9 of diamonds here. Right, so I'll just keep a pinky break here from the behind view. But from front view, if I keep my index like such, it covers there's no break. It doesn't look like there's break. And what I love about this is, it doesn't matter where they say stop. Let's say they say stop here. When you come and you want to pick up everything, you're hiding this opening. So when you're hiding this opening, you're just closing this, right? But in reality, they think you're taking the packet where they said stop, but you're closing this and you're just picking up the deck from where your pinky break is, right? That's it, and you show the card. It's a very powerful force. let's say we want to force again the 9, and you're riffling, and you pass through the pinky break. So my pinky break is here, but I'm kind of under here my thumb. It doesn't really matter where they stop, right? So I just come and I say, okay, just, you know, I pick up where my pinky is. So again, like here, they stop here, okay, just memorize it. Very natural, very powerful, okay? So that's just a powerful variation. For the riffle force, you can use the first one I teach you or this one, whatever you like, all right? Let's move on to the next one. Okay, everyone, so for this force, it's a very powerful force. Look, I'm just gonna place cards on the table from the bottom of the deck. Just say stop whenever you like, okay? Just whenever you feel like stopping, just say stop. Here, okay, you stop here, you could have stopped anywhere. And take a look at the bottom card, and it's gonna be the Queen of Hearts because I forced it. See? You could have stopped anywhere. Let's learn it. So this one is a very powerful force. You're gonna force the card that is at the bottom of the deck. All you do is you're gonna act like you're taking cards from the bottom. You are actually taking cards from the bottom, but what you do, you're gonna push your fingers, push the 10 a little bit like so from the bottom. Like you're here, you use your pinky and your ring and you slide backwards, right? So you slide backwards. This is the position I am in. But from here, nothing is shown, right? From the natural angle, nothing is shown, and you just pick these cards, right? So you pick the cards that are above it, leaving the 10 here, and then once they stop, all you do here is just push this 10 and show it, right? So we're here, you say stop here, you push the 10, you square it, and then you force it. It's a very powerful force, right? If you enjoy it, it's also an easy and safe force that you can use. Let's move to the last one. All right, everyone, welcome to the last force here. So this is the fifth force you're gonna learn. And to be honest, this force is a bit more advanced than the others, but you can also learn it with a bit of practice. It's you can master it, right? It's not difficult or impossible to do, but let's check it out. So I'm just gonna place cards on the table. Whenever you feel like saying stop, just say stop, all right? So like, let's say, whenever you feel like stopping me, just say stop. Here, you sure? Okay, you can stop anywhere, right? We'll place the rest of the packets here. And you can take a look at the top card. It's going to be the 8 of spades because I forced it. You could have stopped anywhere. All right, let's learn this. All right, so for this last force, what you're going to do is you're going to use the pass. It's a sleight of hand. A bit advanced sleight of hand, but it's a very powerful sleight of hand. You can use it also as a card control, and you can use it as a force. So let's say we want to force this card, right, the ace. We'll place the ace somewhere in the middle or the bottom portion of the deck, and then I come and I have a break on the packet which is on top of the ace, right? So I have a break here on this packet. If I lift this packet, I have the ace. And what you're gonna do, so the pass, if I want to teach the pass, it's gonna need a whole long video for this, so I'm just gonna go over it fast. Basically, what you're gonna do, your pinky is gonna push this packet like away with like this, right? So we're here, you're just pushing away this backwards, and then your hand grabs the packet, the bottom packet which has the ace, and drops it on top of the packet which was on top, and you get the ace, right? But you can do it as a dribble pass or as a normal pass, but in order to do it very well, what you have to do, the moment you come and you place your hand here, your pinky pushes the top packet. So from here, it doesn't show anything. This kind of looks clean, but if I remove my hand, this is the position I am in. Look, I just slid off this top packet so I can easily take the bottom packet, which has the card that I want, and place it on top, right? But it kind of looks like, in an exposed view, it kind of looks like this. But if I come here and I cover and then I do the square, it looks better, right? So let's say I'm forcing the 2 here. I want to come here and I want to cover this 2 and then just do a small like square movement or action to hide that I'm placing the bottom packet on top, and boom, I just control it to the top. So what happens really here is I kind of, as I come here and I do this, I'm at this point where my pinky pushed this top packet. I will take the bottom packet and I'll also do a dribble, right? I'll do a dribble so it kind of looks like natural, right? So it looks, from front view, it looks very powerful. Like it just looks like you're dribbling the card, but you're actually, if you do this fast, you're actually dribbling the bottom packet. So let's control the jack here. And if you come and you do this, you will control the jack, right? So what we do here is we want to force the queen, right? So we have this packet here, and I place it somewhere near the bottom portion, right? So I don't surpass the queen as I'm placing cards on the table. And I place like 2 to 3 cards, and eventually they're gonna say stop, right? They're gonna get bored and they say stop here. So they say stop here. I need to make the pass now. I just come here and I come at the clean angle. By the way, my clean angle is somewhere at the point where you're hiding this, or at this point, right? It doesn't matter, but just do your clean angle, do the dribble pass, and then you just control the queen, and then you place this packet on top, and you say, look, okay, now take a look at the top card, and then shuffle and do whatever you want. And we just force the queen, right? So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed these 5 forces. Practice them well. They're extremely effective. I promise you will use them in a lot of ways. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching as always, guys. Love you guys, and peace out.